One second. Yeah, so I'm only allowed 3 units of alcohol a week. So this makes it 1. Or what's that? 2. Hey man, who's counting? Everybody, my name is Shumi, and in this video we're going to be reviewing in real time the Byron B-Fitt 12-week challenge, and this week is week 1. So I came across this Instagram account while I was lazing around during the holidays watching Netflix, and this guy advertises 12-week challenge, get shredded. You only pay 350 Rand once off. I was like, you're joking. A personal trainer is at least 1,000 Rand a week. Like, there's no way. I thought, why not? Let's just take a chance. I mean, it's just 350 Rand. What am I gonna lose? 2 kilograms? I then saw the pictures and saw people's results and testimony. Anyway, as many of us would be skeptical, I decided to go on YouTube and check out, if there are any existing reviews. I didn't come across any unless I missed them, but I would have liked to maybe get some insight from someone who's done it before, which is exactly why I'm doing this video. I want you to see what this challenge looks like in real time and whether it is something you would consider for yourself. If you've heard of the Byron B-Fitt challenge or know of someone who's done it before, please let me know in the comments below. So let's get into it. So before we start, I think it's important that I just give you a brief history of my health and fitness journey. I think it's so important because one of the most beautiful things about humanity is that we're all built differently. We all gain weight at different rates. We all lose weight at different rates. Our genetics, how we grew up, what we ate growing up, whether we played sports, those are all defining factors of your behaviors and habits throughout the rest of your life. We often come across these fitness influencers with the most amazing bodies, but we have no context of whether they were naturally skinny growing up. That's a very important thing to know. Whether genetically their bodies build muscle faster than other people, whether they grew up in a household where fitness was instilled in them from a young age. Those are all very important aspects to consider when you're taking the advice of someone else when it comes to your own health and fitness journey. If you're not interested in any of that, that's okay. I put timestamps below so you can skip to right where you need to be. My goal here is not only to give you a real-time review of the Byron B-Fitt 12-week challenge, but also to give you some insight on what a sustainable health and fitness lifestyle looks like without compromising on the things we love. So, my journey. I was a very skinny kid growing up. My friends actually used to tease me in school. They'd put their fingers around my arm and it would go all the way around. Yeah. So very skinny, just to give you some context. And then bam, one Monday I rock up at school with an ass. My friends were shocked. I wasn't, because I've seen my family. Very voluptuous people, those ones. And I was just waiting for that moment to start looking like them because it was not make sure. Anyway, I grew into my body. And so what changed? Previously, where I was able to eat 3 McDonald's meals in a week without gaining a single kilogram, I was like 40 to 45 kilograms at the time. Now that I've grown into my body, chow, those McDonald's meals showed. Anyway, being young, being active, playing netball, it didn't make much of an impact. But then I got to university. Yeah. And so that meant no more netball, no more compulsory PE lessons, donuts every day, because what else? And yeah, it went downhill from there. I gained 10 kilograms in my first year at university. I kid you not. Remember, I was coming from like 45. First year in university, by the end of the year, I was 55 kilograms. I was like, this is my body. It is what it is. Another thing, growing up, I had terrible period pains, crippling. And so towards the end of high school, with my mom's support, I decided to go on contraceptive medication to manage my periods. And for people who know about contraception, it comes with a lot of side effects. And one of the most common side effects is weight gain. So that also explained the 10 kilograms I gained in university. So throughout my university life, I kind of, ignored the weight gain. I took it for what it was. 5 years in, I start my master's degree. This was during the beginning of COVID. And I think we can all relate. COVID was the time of realization. My skin was deteriorating. I stopped fitting into my clothes and it became a problem. I started wearing tights every day, dresses. I couldn't fit into my jeans. And that's when it clicked, something must be done. I did what any normal person would do. I went on YouTube, started looking up Chloe Ting, get abs in 2 weeks, and Pamela Rate, 10-minute ab workout, get abs in 3 days, and did those challenges, saw a few changes here and there, but it just felt like a lot of work. I had no idea what I was doing and why I was doing it. There was no insight into the kind of diet I should be in. It just wasn't sustainable. So I continued to do my research and I learned a lot about intermittent fasting. I actually did that for a year and I would say that it worked, not in terms of weight loss, but just in terms of losing inches, feeling a bit stronger and just overall healthy and fit. If you've been on an intermittent fasting journey and you felt like it didn't work for you, if you want to know more about intermittent fasting, I found this amazing doctor on YouTube. He's actually very qualified and he was able to help me understand exactly what's happening in my body when it comes to intermittent fasting, how to do it, how to break your fast, when to exercise, what you're allowed to drink when you're fasting, and everything you need to know about it. So I'm going to put those links in the description below if you're interested. So far what you've learned about my journey is that it has not been linear. It has been a lot of research. It has been years and years of figuring out what's happening with my body, what kind of diet I should be on, numerous fitness programs, only to get to April of last year. So April of last year was when everything changed for me fitness-wise. You're probably not going to want to hear this, but I actually went on a 5-month alcohol fast. You don't need to do that. Yeah, you do not need to do that. The reason I wanted to do that was I wanted to learn more about the impact of alcohol on your fitness, on your wellness. Not that I was consuming too much, but I just wanted to see if there would be any difference in my sleeping habits, my energy levels during the week or even on the weekends. And can I tell you a secret? Nothing changed, but what really changed during that time was my mentality towards health and fitness. The reason I wanted to go on an alcohol fast is that I had a goal in mind. I wanted to give myself 5 months to just focus on my health and fitness. And so I worked out and ate well with the motivation that I would be able to reward myself. But what that 5 months did for me was that it turned this whole thing into a lifestyle. I needed 5 months to completely change my life and realize that health and fitness is not a 2-week challenge. It's not a 3-month challenge. It is a lifestyle that you commit to and that you start to enjoy. I started to enjoy my little routines, planning my workouts the next day. I took ownership of my own fitness, which was so much fun. I looked up different recipes on YouTube, fun recipes, not your salad and your rabbit food, but actual food, your steaks, how to make your chicken taste good but still nutritious, how to balance your plate, what time of the day to eat carbs, because also there's nothing wrong with carbs. It's all about when in the day you eat them. When can I have my cheat meal? What's that window of time allowed for you to just indulge and just eat whatever you want, but then know that you're going to go back to your normal programming and this healthy lifestyle. And I really am enjoying it. So that's the diet side. But as the weeks go along, I'll be giving you more detail and more insight and tips on what exactly I did, what I ate in a day, what kind of workouts I did, and also how I got to a place where I was happy with my body, even without losing weight. So when it came to exercise, I developed a passion for strength training. I know it's one of the most intimidating things to do, going to the gym, looking at those machines. There's some huge buff guys who look like they know what they're doing, and you're there and you're like so intimidated. You're like, where do I start? How do you use this thing? It's just a nightmare, right? And the trick is to just start. I used YouTube videos. I looked especially at women doing workouts. I looked at their form. I practiced their form. I also filmed myself in the gym to look at my form afterwards to see, am I doing it right? Because sometimes you can't see. Also, accept help in the gym. There are gym instructors around the gym to help you use those machines. Use everyone around you, and you will get to that point where you're comfortable, you know exactly what you're doing, and you're just killing it. And so that's where I'm at. So for the last year, every week for me looked like Sunday meal planning. I knew exactly what I was eating Monday through to Sunday. I had a gym plan that I did every Sunday. I knew exactly what exercises I was doing from Monday to Sunday. And planning your life out like that actually gives you more time to do other things, because you know that you've carved out time for the important things, and whatever time is left is for whatever else you'd like to do. Go out with friends for a drink on Thursday night, or a hike on Saturday, or just, lounging at Wholesome restaurant under a nook with your cocktail, whatever you want to do for fun. But that's the trick. That's what's so exciting about clocking this thing, this fitness lifestyle. That was just a brief overview of what my fitness journey has been like so far. And so now I'll be getting into week 1 of the Byron B-Fitt 12-week challenge. So the Byron B-Fitt challenge is a challenge that has 4 categories. So there's a weight loss category where it's for people who want to lose more than 10 kilograms. There's a combo category where you want to lose weight, but you also want to tone. There's a gain category where it's all about building muscle and shredding fat. And then finally, there's a toning category where you don't necessarily want to lose weight, but you want to be more defined and, chiseled on the edges. So I chose the tone category because I'm not necessarily looking to lose any weight at the moment. And here's the interesting thing. In the last year, I was obsessed with losing weight. Remember, I told you in the beginning, when I was young, I was in the 45 kilograms, and I got to university, I got to 55 kilograms. And then now as a working woman, I'm actually at like 65 or 67, which a year ago, I was terrified of. And I was obsessed with trying to get back to those 55 kilograms. But let me tell you something. As consistent as I was being last year, I'm still at exactly the same weight I started. I started at 65. I actually ended up gaining 2 kilograms. But I actually lost so many inches in the right places. I lost inches around my waist, meaning I could fit into those jeans that I couldn't fit into anymore. So what does that tell you? The scale. The scale is the worst measure of progress you could ever look at. If there's one thing you take from this video, do not worship the scale. I am testament to the fact that I am looking my best since last year, but I weigh 2 kilograms more. And if I use the scale as a measure of my progress, I would feel like I've gone 10 steps back. So please, we can use the scale, but let's not rely on it. So back to the fitness challenge. So you contact this guy, you get added to a WhatsApp group, you get more information, and then you pay your 350 Rand. Once you pay your 350 Rand, you get allocated then to the different categories that I explained. So I was added to the Tone WhatsApp group, and once I joined the group, we started receiving all kinds of resources. I'm talking about smoothie recipes, all your healthy food recipes for the week, how to take your progress photos, your nutrition during your period, all this information about health and fitness that is so invaluable. Then once you get all your information, you're told to download an app. It's got an app called B-Fitt, and this app is going to be your life for the next 12 weeks. So what you have on the app is it tracks all your statistics. You load your pictures up on there, you track your stats, you do all your measurements, your neck, your waist, your hips, every part of your body you measure, and you're going to track that every single week. Byron will give us some motivational messages throughout the week on the app as well as on the WhatsApp group. And here's the best part, the app looks like a diary. It tells you exactly what you need to do on every single day. It even gives you exercise options. So if you're someone who's very experienced at gym, you can choose the gym option, and it tells you exactly what you would need to do at the gym that day. If you're someone who's still a beginner, there's a beginner option. If you don't have time that day and you literally only have 10 minutes to exercise, there's a quick sweat exercise that you can do instead. It is phenomenal, and this is loaded every day. Another thing that drew me to this challenge is that there's so many prizes to be won for the best transformation. So the overall prize is a trip for 2 to Mauritius. They also have cash prizes for each category. So whether that's true or not, you have nothing to lose by joining this challenge, but actually everything to gain, except kilograms. So briefly, here's how week 1 went. Week 1 is a bit of a nightmare because I had just come back from Cape Town from holiday and I was returning back to work on Monday. I literally got off the plane just before 8 a.m. to try and make work on Monday. So I obviously didn't have time to meal prep for the week or plan any of my meals, but I knew I had to take this challenge very seriously. So I ordered rolled oats from Kauai. And then for lunch, I had a Nando's Vitality meal, so a quarter chicken with some roasted veggies. And in the evening, I was actually able to go home and prepare myself a well-balanced meal for supper. The rest of the week went pretty much the same, as I did have time to prepare my meals the night before. So every single meal was accounted for every single day. I would then load these meals on the app and I would describe them. I also use a calorie tracker called Fat Secret. I'm going to link it down below. It is so cool because it literally has almost every single meal you could think of and all the products you could possibly buy. All you need to do is type the name of the thing that you're eating, load it on, and it counts your calories for the day. So that's super helpful for me as well. So the thing with calories is you don't want to obsess over it. It's basically just a guide to tell you this kind of meal has this many calories. So you'll be able to tell throughout the day, okay, well, have I had too many calories? Do I need to have a light dinner? Or have I eaten too little calories today and I need to actually eat more for dinner? So that's how I use it. I'm not at all strict about how many calories I burned or eat in a day. It's just impossible to track. So on my program, I eat 3 meals a day with 2 snacks in between breakfast and supper. And the snack is usually just maybe almonds or a green apple, just to get, those nutrients or those fibers that you need to just fuel your body between those eating periods. What I like about it is that it's so flexible. There's no drill sergeant like a personal trainer is going to wake you up at 4:30 and say you need to be at the gym and you need to exercise for this long and you need to eat 1 egg and 3 slices of lettuce. It really gives you all the resources you need to choose what you want to lead your lifestyle. And that is exactly what I love about it. The reason I did this challenge is I also wanted to gain more knowledge about, what kind of exercises can I do in the gym to tone. It tells me exactly what I need to know. What kind of foods do I need to eat if I want to tone? It tells me everything I need to know. So I am very excited for the next 11 weeks. I've already finished week 1. If you want to find out more about joining the Byron B-Fitt challenge, you can follow me on Instagram at Tlumelo Magepula, and you can just send me a DM. In next week's video, I'll also be delving in a bit deep about those tips and tricks towards leading a sustainable and healthy lifestyle. I'll also be showing you if I've noticed any progress throughout the week. If you enjoyed this video, click on the subscribe button below and also click on the notification bell so you don't miss next week's video. And if you liked what you heard today, of course, give the like button some love. Until next week, my lovelies. Bye.